Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. Welcome to your Astro Dice reading for the month of August. So let's see what's going on here. We've got a Taurus, so that would be your 7th house, possibly a partnership. But Taurus is definitely about things of the earth. We have Uranus and Taurus right now. We've got Pluto coming up, so your ruling planet and the 12th house, wrapping up cycles. Cycles around something that you're trying to transform. Taurus is very much about finances, and wow, we have a lot that came out here. So we've got a Dalmatian dog. We've got Pegasus that is flying. So this is a big change that's flying. Oh, we have the bunny rabbit moving forward. Abundance, very much the energy there of Taurus. We have a conch shell. This is like listen to the inner wisdom that comes through. Scorpio, your intuition is really strong. And when you listen to the sound of your own heartbeat, they're saying, the sound of your own heartbeat. And we have a shooting star with a big long tail on it. So the Dalmatian is very much about being in balance, right? Also 101. 101. So that is the 2 ones are like initiating things, and in the center is the egg of the new idea. And we have this dude that is, looks like he's getting ready to go to war, to go to battle, but he's using like a club. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it is the 12th house, and the 12th house is about connecting in with your spirituality, which that Pegasus is definitely about. So is that that conch shell. The little bunny rabbit definitely has to do with that Taurus energy, but trying to keep everything in balance when I feel like almost like the 7 of Wands, like you are defending yourself in a situation, and there is a need to create a balance for yourself in this energy. And so we're going old school with one of my first decks, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, and it is very, very modern. So, oh, there you go, walking away from something, 12th house, coming right up. Okay, so overall energy, the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, I like the 6 of Pentacles. She is giving and receiving. So she knows she is abundant, she's relaxed about it, and she is happy. Looks like a lot of people are asking for help, and she is willing to share. I do think that you'll be giving from abundance, right? Any area that you feel abundant, a great way to bring in the sense of abundance everywhere is to recognize where you're currently abundant, and that allows you to develop the attitude of gratitude and abundance. And when we are in the energy of abundance, this keeps coming up a lot lately, but when we're in the energy of abundance, abundance doesn't know that you're abundant in the heart space. It doesn't know that you're abundant in your finances, or it just knows that it's abundance, and it attracts more abundance. And so the more we allow ourselves to count our blessings and see what it is. Now for you, it looks like you might be dealing with a financial situation. That would be Taurus. Taurus is definitely the 2nd house, rules finances. And it looks like a cycle could be completing for you there with that transformative energy of Pluto coming through. But here in the center of the reading, we have the 2 of Swords. And this one is, I don't want to look at my bills. Okay, so the way to manage this kind of energy when the bills feel like they're piling up and it's too much and you can't handle it is, one, you got to look at your bills. But when you look at your bills, you don't look at them like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. You look at it and you say, oh my gosh, so there's my electric bill. It's a little high this month, but thank God I was cool enough to be able to function in this heat. You know, oh, there's the water bill. It's a little high, but it was really fun watching the kids splash around in the water, or watering the garden so that we'll have good things to eat, right? It's a kind of a matter of looking at the bills and being grateful for what they provided, okay? You have to look at your bills. You can't hide from them. They are due. And the thing is that you just go, okay, well, universe, I know you will help me pay for them. And it does work. It does. Sometimes it's really hard. And I can see that you're stressing out here in the 9 of Swords, when the 9 of Swords shows up here with all this anxiety coming up in the area that is the mountain to overcome. It is, Mm, it looks like actually 10 after, that looks like 10 after 10 in the evening, and taking some sleeping pills to try to get some sleep. But I really want to encourage you to breathe, to breathe. Create a bedtime routine. If you have stuff that's bothering you because you know you got to take care of it tomorrow, around 7 o'clock at night, because you want to do it early enough so that you can not think about it, right? So you can wind down. Around 7 o'clock at night, you make a list of all the things you got to take care of tomorrow. Not everything you have to take care of. That's too big of a list, right? I mean, whoever gets through that list, just the 3 or 4 things that you have to do. So a lot of times what I do, when I have a lot going on and I got to figure out how I'm going to do it, I sit down and I write out my day. So, so tomorrow morning I have to be, let's say I have to be at PT at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so that goes at 8 o'clock. And then I know I'm going to have to be to my first client's house at such and such time, but I also got to go to the bank. And I put it in the route. Like I figure out how I'm going to drive around, what I'm going to do, and I list all the things that get me back home in time for, the evening time, and that's it. I don't extend my list past, 6, 7 o'clock at night. Why? Because you're supposed to relax, right? And put in there, just then your day is planned. That's what you're going to do tomorrow. You know what you're going to do, and you don't have to worry about the other stuff. They can go on the list that you make at 7 o'clock the next day for the following day, right? And so it's about managing this, because I can see with this Knight of Swords up here, in the area of where you're seeking information, is you got a lot going on. Like there's so much anxiety and stress and chatter and energy of just feeling like, I feel overwhelmed when I look at your cards. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very overwhelmed. But then I look at your charms, and I can see you have help coming in the form of Pegasus. You have this shooting star. You have spirit wanting to talk to you about the abundance that is coming in. They're just asking you to be the Dalmatian, to bring yourself into balance. Because in balance, then you can hear what they're trying to say. In the heart space, we have this 3 of Wands. This is following spirit, but to the top of a mountain. I think it's almost in the heart space. It feels like you were going on the path, you were following somebody's lead, but it was cold and remote, and it felt isolating even though you were with others. And in the heart space, so this could happen at work. This could just feel like I've got all this stuff going on and there's nobody around to help me, no one to lean on, no one to talk to. I feel like you're in a group, but you feel cold and isolated, and I think some clarity came in, but it just feels cold. How do you transform the situation? 3 of Cups, a reunion, a connection, getting together with people that you like and trust, sharing stories, but not about your woes and your worries, but about the joy and the happiness. Go have some fun, Scorpio, because you look incredibly overwhelmed. And I think what you need is you need some peace and you need some quiet. But I think to balance out, right, the Dalmatian, to balance everything out, because you have that 7 of Wands and like you're standing in the battle all the time, there are those in your life who have your back. And it is a matter of connecting with them, having the conversation. And then we have this full moon walking away energy here. So the next full moon is on August 19th. And this is walking away from things that don't serve you. It might mean that you need to go on vacation. Like this is like, I feel like you have a lot going on. You're like, I can't go on vacation. I can't afford it. But maybe you can create a day during the weekend when you're already scheduled to be off, where you just get off by yourself. Maybe you go hang out at a beach, or you go for a hike, or you create a vacation of sorts for you, away from the stress, right? There's connection with your friends, and there's also, you need some alone time. And finding that balance, that Dalmatian energy, right? Of the yin and the yang, the black and the white, bringing it all together. but the Dalmatians were very joyful, right? The area of resources, we have temperance. And here we have, it looks like disagreement over something, like how to split assets, or what bills we're going to pay, or how we're going to do this, and resources are your time, your emotional energy, and I feel like the emotional energy is really iced out here, so that makes me a little unsettled with this energy here. But there is a third place solution, and it's coming in, and honestly, this feels like a spirit guide. It could be somebody that you speak to, like go to a credit counselor or a marriage counselor, or, an attorney. I don't know. But this feels like spirit. If you have, it feels like a feminine energy, and it shows as a feminine energy, but it feels like a feminine energy. Like if you will listen, right? If you will listen to your intuition, which is coming through that conch shell. And maybe that's why going out and getting to some water and just sitting there quietly by yourself and allow, it feels ancestral, a crossed over loved one that would be, I would think, older than you, an older generation female, is trying to bring you some guidance about how you can merge things together, how you can see things in a new way, how you can do things in a new way. So here they've got a bunch of apples, and they're arguing over the apples. I don't know why. She's made juice of both here, but maybe there's a way to combine them. A little sweet, a little tart. Okay, in the heart space moving forward, you just want space. This looks very difficult. We have the Eight of Swords. Like, there's just so much. I want out, which I honestly don't understand from the rest of the cards here. Because here, it looks like you're making the decision. This is the recommended choice, is to take some time and space for yourself while you need it. But I think that even though you leave, you're struggling with this. Everybody needs, it feels like so much responsibility and so much anxiety, and you need to breathe. You need to rest. I love the outgoing card. I think you say, that's it, I'm going to do that. Because here we have this Four of Swords, and there we have the badgers, the black and the white. Very hermit-like energy, but it's the Four of Swords. You need a break. I don't know how you're going to get it, but I know you're resourceful. And I know that there is a way to do this, creating the space for you. But the Six of Pentacles says there needs to be a balance. There needs to be an energetic balance. As money comes in and goes out in a balanced way, time and effort come in and go out in a balanced way. All the resources, they just need to be balanced out. And there's something to be said about just focusing on the now moment. In that now moment, you can take a mental break anytime you want. So you have the camera. It says, I will be present in every moment. That means there is no past. There is no future. There's only the right now. And in the right now, can you find some joy? Can you find a way to relax? Allow the anxiety to pass. You have a lot of things challenging you. Pluto, which showed up here, is in Aquarius right now, and that squares your energy, and that would create this anxiety about making a change and like completing a cycle because of the 12th house, completing a cycle, and how do I do it? And I think trying to get all the pieces together, and there's something around finances because of that Taurus energy showing up here, and it's got you a little stressed out about how to complete a cycle. And then we have the Sun and Mercury is going to do a retrograde back into it, but we have the Sun in Leo, which also squares your energy. And that full moon that is coming up, and we do see this full moon showing up here, creates a T-square with your sign, which means the energy will outlet into your sign, and that will really, that opposition between the sun in Leo and the full in the moon in Aquarius, that energy is going to create T-squares with both Taurus, which shows up here around finances, in your sign. And I do think that there's a need for you to, before you get to that powerful release, to breathe so that you're able to do it. But I do think that full moon is like clarity comes in. And even though you might feel trapped, if you can find another way of doing things by getting away, you're going to manage it. And here we have, I will attract great things by being my most authentic self. I will attract great things by being my most authentic self. There is a need for you to be very honest with yourself and those around you, to manage this energy, to bring it into balance. I don't think you're going to get what you want unless you ask for it. And I don't think if you aren't really clear on how to ask for it, you should take some time. Mercury in retrograde is going to make communication very difficult and challenging. And so the right words are going to matter. Be very present to each moment. And if you focus on, in this moment, I am calm, I am centered, I can breathe, then each moment gets a little easier to handle because it builds on itself and it creates a momentum of calm, of balance. And we've got a lot going on, Scorpio. We really do. I'm wishing you a lot of success with this. I'm on Facebook every day if you want to come over and check out that energy over there where I look at what's going on every day. August 19th. August 19th, I am offering a free Zoom call for anyone who wants to know how to use Jupiter in Gemini over the course of the next year, because when Jupiter leaves Gemini, Uranus moves in for 7 years. And so this is what the Zoom call is going to be. It's August 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. You do need to email me at moondirected@gmail.com in order to be on the call, because I need your email to send you the Zoom link. All right, so I would love to see you there. It's free, and maybe it provides a little bit of this guidance that you could use about how to expand what it is that you want to expand in your life. You guys take really good care of yourselves. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Talk to you soon.